Hi violinists, welcome back on Violinspiration. I'm so glad you are here with me, and today I want to discuss with you reaching a plateau in our learning curve. I think many of us experience this, and I have experienced this personally with every single instrument I've been learning. And that is that in the beginning, if I just started learning an instrument, I was incredibly excited. It was like, oh my god, I'm learning all those new things, and my start level was really low. So anything that I learned was making me feel like, whoa, I'm progressing, I'm getting better. And you really notice big improvements all the time. So maybe you will even notice improvements after each practice session. We see really big improvements all the time until we are kind of quite good at playing the violin. Until you are like a level, wow, it sounds good what I'm playing. It sounds pretty decent. I am playing cool tunes. I mastered some of the basic violin techniques. And at that point, you're at this point that sometimes you're practicing for hours and hours and days, and you don't feel like you're making any progress. You feel like you are on this plateau and it's impossible to get better, or at least your progress is going really slowly. So today I read a really interesting article about aggregating marginal gains. And I think this is just a concept that you might need to get better at the violin on the moment that you reach a plateau. The theory of marginal gains started in 2010, and this was the moment that Dave Brailsford became the manager of the cycling team of Great Britain. And the cycling team of Great Britain was really good, but never managed to win the Tour de France. And Brailsford was asked to make a difference and make sure that Great Britain would win the Tour de France. And he thought out a really interesting concept, which is called the theory of aggregating marginal gains. And what he thought out was, if I just improve everything, every tiny thing of this cycling team with 1%, I'm really sure that we can win the Tour de France in 5 years. So he started improving everything the cycle team did with just 1%. He was improving the training program by 1%. He was improving maybe the seats of the bikes. But he went really far with improving everything he could think of, because he even improved the pillows that they were sleeping on. So this man was improving every single thing by 1%. And 3 years later, 2 years before he even expected it, the team won the Tour de France. And I think we can take something away from this, and that is that 1% can make a huge difference. Even though you don't see it in the beginning, 1% can make the difference that you maybe would love to see. So that is why I want to ask you today, what could you do today to make your playing 1% better? Maybe you are working on a piece. How can you make that piece sound 1% better? Not only I want to say with this that you can improve massively if you can work on all aspects of the piece just for 1%, but also that 1% is enough. Sometimes we might feel like we are not making enough progress and we might feel like it's not enough. But on the moment that you say, hey, 1% is exactly what I need, I just need to improve this piece by 1% today, I think it can not only help us to become really good at the violin, but also to become much more motivated and much more appreciative of the things you did learn today. So that is what I want to share with you today. And I want to ask you a question. What do you think you could improve for 1% just today? If you like these kind of tips, and if you got motivated to practice because of this video, you might want to subscribe to my email newsletter on my website. It is called the Violinspiration Mail, and you will get tips like this every single week in your inbox. And I get really positive comments from violinists from all over the world. And it would be really awesome if you would join our little community. Enjoy playing the violin today, and I would love to see you back next week for the next violin tip.